Welcome to Vlogmas 2025. Another week, another gorgeous coffee pour. I'm gonna let you guys in on a little secret. I totally just poured that over the side of the mug. I don't know if you saw it. Okay, we're about to leave the house for a couple of hours, so these are the snacks I'm bringing. 2 red pepper and cheese egg cups, some A2 yogurt and the peanut butter kind granola, and then my favorite hummus and some chopped bell peppers. I bring all that for me and for V, and then some Chomps delicious beef sticks. Yep. Okay, day number 8.
Now it might take me a while to find it.
I can't see anything. Oh, I see it. It's the second row on the left, under 18.
Found it.
1 card.
So this is one of the fun packs. There
Oh.
are 3 cards. You know, Jalen was saying he doesn't like them. I said, give me any cards over stickers, you know?
Totally.
So I'm grateful. I might open this right now.
Are you feeling grateful for your PokePal to text constantly about all of your Pokemon things?
Yes.
All right, y'all. We are at the closet today. We got some donations to sort. Down here, it looks like a baby ripped off one of our bin labels. That happens a lot. This rusty old trike was dropped off recently, and it seems, well, it's been here for like 2 weeks, so looks like nobody wants it. But you never know. I'm actually gonna look through some of this winter gear. We have like our winter gear on a rolling rack. I just need to look for some various items that might work as a shell for V right now. This is a 2T, so that might work as an outer layer, but like a waterproof like ceiling layer. Looks like some hats need to be replaced over here. What else? The bins look okay. Looking good, other than a little spillage. I think I'll just sort donations while she plays and clean up a little bit. I'm listening to my favorite album of all time and doing a little sorting. This is so cute. Holy shit. With my pine cone crown on and the overhead light, I'm really feeling quite angelic right now. I'm back home now, obviously. I had to leave the closet a little earlier than I wanted to, just because the babe was ready to go. And I checked the mail when I came home, and I came back to a little Christmas gift. The old man's in the other room, and I know it's for him, so I might take it out and try to show you guys what it is. Also on the way home, I picked up my necklace from Brilliant, so it did indeed get fixed. I don't know if I can really show you guys this gift right now. Finley's sort of hovering in the doorway, cleaning things up. I know he has his headphones in, but he could seriously come out at any moment, and if I ruined this present, I would be totally TO'd. So I'll probably just show it to you another time, like maybe when I'm wrapping it or something. Oh, hey babe, nothing to see over here. I love how small this necklace is, especially as an everyday necklace. It's just like, whew, perfect. Anyway, y'all, it's time to do my own advent calendar. Finley did his earlier. I'm gonna do back to back. Let's start with the spreads. Can't believe it's already day 8. That feels insane. This is white nectarine, peach, lemon. Oh, it's verbena. I was like, does that say Vanessa? I have my contacts in today. They're not as powerful as my glasses. Anyway, this sounds good. Maybe we'll try it. I'm feeling friggin' exhausted today, y'all. It's just one of those Mondays. Anyway, cheers. I like that one. That might be one of my faves. I'm slowly collecting all my little jars on the counter. Now we have another little moment here. Let's get out our little wafer. Yes, perfection. Bone apple freaking tit. Our bedroom is honestly like a complete and total disaster right now. Mostly just covered in laundry, but at least it's clean laundry. I, the other day, watched day 1 of my very first Vlogmas in 2013, and I showed a glimpse of my bedroom as a teenager, and you couldn't even see the floor. There was so much laundry everywhere. Months worth of clothing. Not folded, just sitting there. I'm like, why didn't my parents take the laundry baskets out of my room? Why were they in there for that long? You know, did we really have that many laundry baskets? I'm very confused about that. But also I was talking about how I'd been procrastinating it, and I uploaded like a 4-minute long vlog. during that day, which is crazy. Like, even on my days like today, where I haven't filmed a crazy amount, I still yap longer than 4 freaking minutes. God, YouTube back in the day was so different. Like, a 10-minute video would have been so long. But now I'm like uploading hour-long videos with not a care in the world. Over hour-long videos. I have some videos that are like an hour and a half plus, I'm pretty sure. Those are feature films. It's craziness. Anyway, hon, one singular baby sock is here. I just don't even know. Where do these things go? Well, I'm just doing the laundry now, just putting everything away. I got some stuff to bring downstairs. I got some stuff to put away in the drawers up here. I got a bunch of stuff on this rocking chair behind me that I need to hang. I'm also probably very like cast from behind with the light right now, so sorry, but I didn't really know where else to put you. My back is freaking killing me today, brother, so maybe I gotta hit up those pelvic floor physical therapy exercises again. Once I graduated, she like printed all of the exercises out for me, and she was like, keep doing them. And I was like, totally, Carol, 100%, I will keep doing them. And I gotta be honest, I haven't done them once since I graduated. So that was months ago. And this is the thing, it's like, I paid money to go and see that doctor. I had to pay a copay every time. And now I'm not even doing the freaking work of continuing her labor, and all of her education for me just flies out the window. Come on, man. So I think after this, I might try to do a couple of clamshells on the bed or on the floor, something crazy. I don't know. I've been going to Pilates at least, so she'll be proud about that, because she said Pilates is the best exercise that you can do postpartum and even modified during pregnancy. So that was very helpful. I'm enjoying a little Larry cuddle and watching my sister's Vlogmas with the little Christmas tree in the corner. I got all the laundry picked up, thank freaking gosh. It's just a chiller of a day. And Rue is actually under here too, but I won't expose her. A truly amazing watch and listen. I had it on the TV earlier, but now I'm just listening on my phone, and it's just like a nice Christmas DJ mix. DJ, spin that track. We're going to make some soup. I'm just freeballing this soup. I don't really have a recipe, so I'll try to maybe tell you as I go.
Let him breathe, girl.
Let me cook. Rue's definitely getting cold this year. Pretty good Christmas songs, right? I haven't heard a lot of them.
And it was just like...
That is so
like
funny.
that.
Okay, I browned some lamb, 2 pounds of lamb to be exact. So that was cut into small lamb kebabs. And then I cut them even smaller so that we would have like bite-sized pieces, but they're still kind of big. And then I browned the lamb in this pan and then transferred it over into this pot. I put in 6 cups of homemade bone broth, and now I'm bringing it all like to a simmer. It's pretty much just like onion, carrot, garlic, tomatoes. I put in a can of crushed tomatoes as well, like a small 15-ounce can or something, and a couple of loosey raw tomatoes as well, hence why the skins are kind of rising to the surface now that the tomatoes have cooked and burst. But yeah, now I'm gonna drain and rinse this big old can of pinto beans and add that too. This looks good, and it's totally gonna last us for like at least a week. Big old helping of stew. Now I'm completely out of bone broth though, which sucks, but that's fine. I forgot to put in some other herbs and stuff, but my garden is totally no longer. It's like, you know, completely covered in snow. So I just have to use all my dried herbs, which is fine. Okay, I decided on my spices. I'm gonna add in some bay leaves, 3 of them, a little bit of za'atar, a cinnamon stick, a little bit of, whoa, garam masala. There's probably like a tablespoon went in there. What's up with you? What do you wanna do? Do you have to go to the bathroom? You wanna see what I'm doing. We added in all of our seasonings. I'm gonna cover this and let it simmer for like 20. Y'all, I'm feeling crazy. I'm gonna put in like a cup of quinoa. Look at the liquid coming out of the cinnamon stick. That looks so cool. It looks like a elephant trunk. And because this is kind of like a slight curry vibe, I'm gonna put in a can of coconut milk. Feeling pretty excited about my free ball soup. When I make lamb dishes like this, I usually like to make it, especially if it has like tomato and lamb in it, not only making it like sweeter, having a little bit more of those like aromatic flavors in there with the cinnamon stick, but I also like to add in something sweet. One of the white nectarine, peach, and lemon verbena jar. Typically when I add something sweet like this, I don't regret it. We're just gonna go for it. And then I'm also adding in the cherry and violet leaves spread. Should we taste it? That's a little bit of a big spoon for us, so we're gonna get a smaller spoon. Let's taste it. Just see how the broth is doing. Is it salty enough? Is it sweet enough? Oh, wow. That is really good. Dinner is served. Well, the soup was incredible. Total hit all around. But we definitely have a lot of leftovers. I honestly think I should probably freeze some of these, at least like the plastic containers for right now, so that we can have this stuff in the fridge for the next like week or so. And then this stuff for the next month or so. I don't know. You guys know when people are like, hey, nerd alert. That's me today, but I'm like, hey, merch alert. Whoa, I think I might flood this mug. Yes, spilling over the top. Call me Spillage Village. You know that song that's like, I'm on my worst behavior. That's us today, but I'm on my wool behavior. Because it's freezing outside. We woke up, it was 5 degrees. So we're all bundled up and we are going to go to a playgroup I don't normally go to, but we're just gonna try it out. I mean, we've already tried it out before, but I'm saying it's not like part of our normal weekly routine. But today I'm doing it because I already have to leave to run a couple of errands later. And we had a mom hit us up for the community closet and say that she has 2 twins in the 6 to 12 month clothing range and she needs like warm winter gear for them. And I pulled a bunch of stuff for her and put it in a bag yesterday when I was at the closet, but now it's just like locked in the closet until we're open again, and she can't come for our open hours this week. So I'm gonna like arrange putting it somewhere for her. So we're gonna go do that. But I also have to print our Christmas letter, and our ink cartridge ran out, so I have to go get one of those too. SMH. We're making a day of it. Dang, bro. You know, it's cold when you can see your breath in your car. I'm feeling very Christmassy today in my palette. I'm obsessed with this jacket. It's from Woolrich, but I think I thrifted it either in Oregon or Idaho. It's like wool on the inside. It's awesome. Either the Woolrich or the Pendleton stuff. Highly recommend. If you're ever thrifting and you find one of those, just snag it, okay? So warm and cozy, especially, I mean, unless you live in Florida and you don't need it. Playgroup was amazing. The parents were actually outnumbered today by the grandparents. So I was kind of looking at all the Grammys there and I was like, oh, part of me is like, I miss my mom. Sometimes I wish that she was able to like do this stuff with V, you know? But then I'm like, oh, we're gonna go home for like a week or something and she'll be able to take her to the library and other things like that. Seeing my friends whose parents live locally, I know that there are challenges that come along with that as well, and like navigating those relationships and like who gets what time, but it's really cute to see. And I love all the Grammys. This is our ski hill in town, 100% volunteer run. Well, Canon decided just to go ahead and rob me because this stupid little ink cartridge was like $100. I don't know how many are in here, but I'm hoping at least like 6 because what the? And then for Christmas, I am making Finley finally the 2024 memory book. And so I got him a little folder for it that will have the brackets that I can put the sheet protector holes into and secure them with the metal fasteners. The reason that it's so delayed, because it's almost the end of 2025, you know, I really gotta start working on this 2024 memory book. But now that we have the baby, it was already like hundreds of photos of just us and our dogs and pigs. But now with her, I just simply can't decide how many photos to include in the books. So he told me, just do like 2 from every month for the year. So like 24 photos. Because I think the year 2022, the book was like 470 photos, something like insane. It's just like you don't need all those photos for 1 year. And so I can recognize that I'm obviously not going to do an almost 500 picture book for him. So I'm going to be working on this little craft until Christmas. And oh my God, now that I think about it, maybe I'll go and craft. My friend invited me to like a craft circle at the community center that she works for. And I didn't want to bring my like giant dollhouse that I'm giving V for Christmas that I have to finish some gluing of, you know, because it's too large to truck there. But this is easy. A couple of pieces of paper, little glue, little pieces of tape, some stickers if I'm feeling crazy. Who the hell is texting me? Oh my God. My friend just told me she's pregnant. Yes. Wow. Life is amazing, huh? Anyway, I'm stoked about my future crafting. Finally get to print the Christmas letter once I go home and figure out how to fucking install this ink cartridge. And I need to go and mail off the sweater and the yarn to my mom so that she can fix Larry's little green sweater too. So I'm gonna do that on the way home, and then we're gonna head back to the old ball and chain. He's working hard on sanding down those hardwood floors before we stain and poly them before we leave town. Also, this album has been on repeat for me. It's so good ever since I watched their acoustic Tiny Desk performance performance, which I was shocked by. You know, Tame Impala doing a freaking acoustic set. It was amazing. And the comments are really funny on it because it's like 6 guys with the guitar. So the top comments are all like, I love the guy with the guitar. He's so talented. Well, I just got back home and it looks like the old man is at the dump because all of the trash bags from the renovation have been removed and he really needed to do that. So I'm glad he's doing that. I'm gonna load the dishwasher, load in the stupid ink cartridge, and maybe do a little haul of the mail I just got. Oh no, he's leaving now. Wow. TRASH to go. He's gonna take our trash to go. I'm feeling like Steve from Blue's Clues right now because it's mail time. So V got new gloves, waterproof snow stoppers to be exact, because I got some for her from the closet. We had a ton of overflow from another free closet in town and they gave us so many gloves. So I found these snow stoppers. They were highly recommended from my friend who runs an outdoor like forest school, and all of her students, she recommends having these because they're so long that this part going up their arm, like they can't really rip them off, and that's the issue with kids wearing gloves, right? So I picked these up for her, just kind of looking at them and being like, yeah, those will fit. No, look at the difference in this size of glove. I think this is the next size up, but I ended up just buying the smaller size for 1 to 3 year olds. I don't know what age range these snow stoppers are, but they did not fit her. And then I got something very exciting. It's a record shaped box. I pre-ordered this. I'm on the like Mac Miller email list, you know? So whenever they come out with some anniversary edition of a vinyl, I'm like, yeah, I'll be swiping my card for that because his estate is being managed pretty well, I would say. Anyway, this is all just to say that post his 2018 death, there have been some awesome releases, and this is one of the albums that just got re-released as like a little 10th anniversary 3 LP. So I'm just replacing everything of like my original records of his in my collection with like the anniversary editions, because they often have like updated words on him and some like photos that haven't been seen and stuff that they include with like the newer release packages. So really love that. Happy to have it. And now I guess I'll do this stupid thing. Actually, no, I want a little Christmas cheer before I do that. Do a little advent calendar, okay? What day is it? Is it the 9th? Yep. Wait, we never even read yesterday's. Well, it was Shine Bright, and today's is Deck the Halls. I already did that. Let's see. Oh, it's a blue top, meaning it's gonna be like a caramel or something. Yes, Madagascar vanilla caramel spread. Honestly, I just don't really have like a ginormous sweet tooth, so I'm just gonna get a little off of the lid. That's caramel, all right. It's really good though. I don't know what I'll use all these for. I kept all of the caramel ones out. Who knows, maybe I'll have to make some like caramel cookies or something for the holidays. All right, folks. So in a crazy turn of events, the ink cartridge was incredibly easy to replace. So very happy about that. I'm now printing a bunch of the letters. I'm probably just gonna leave it printing and go to the library because even though we'll get there a little bit before story time, I have some things to return. I wanna hang out with the librarian, I just love her. And I have some work to do of my own, so I'm gonna bring my laptop as well. So let's load back into the car. Okay, we're finally home. I've been out like literally all day, minus just that time that I briefly came home and got mail and started printing the letters and stuff. But I wanted to show you guys this. I'm gonna give you a fair warning. I'm about to show you a wasp nest that has been removed from its location. There are no wasps actually in it. Finley did show you guys the wasp nest on the outside of our second garage door this summer, and it was filled with wasps at the time. And he was like doing some work around it, so like that's why he needed to show you. But he cut it down today. And one of our friends actually told us to like keep this nest somewhere and place it outside, because when the nest is here, other wasps are like deterred from your property, even if there's like a dead nest around. But I'm gonna show it to you. I'm just warning you because it has, you know, lots of little holes. So if that's your fear, Londle. Okay, so he cut it down. It's just chilling in our basement right now. But look over here, it looks crazy. It looks like paper mache or something, so delicate. Somebody commented and said that these were like white-tailed hornets or something when we originally showed the nest, so who really knows, honey? But if you know what this nest is, just comment down below. Do you want a little smoothie?
No.
You want to do your Pokemon?
I was gonna have you film me.
Okay. Oh, Rue's been possessed by some sort of ball devil.
Oh God, don't access the hive mind. So today is number 8.
Today is day 9.
It's gonna be a bad day, I know it.
Oh, it will if you punch out the whole design.
Okay, you know what? I actually kind of wanted a promo card.
A little palette cleanser.
A little palette cleanser. It's just been too good with all the boosters. Ooh, this one's sick,
that's so
too. That's
cute.
really cool. What the heck?
Crabominable.
I love that it's like such a big blizzard you can't even see it, basically. That's sick.
The good thing about dump days when Finley goes is that he passes on Putney Road. Tito's Taqueria. And he brought me back a giant burrito. Beef barbacoa. What else is in this joint? Do you want to tell him?
Brown rice, black beans, refried beans, beef barbacoa, a little bit of sour cream, which was a big mistake, a little bit of lettuce, a little mild salsa, and oh, I forgot to say, double full servings of cheese.
Mmm.
Which they really go light on. I mean, it's probably the worst thing about that place. Double full servings, which is extra charge, seems like light cheese to me. Like, I'd need like quadruple.
This is really good. Thank you. You want some? Okay, to Pilates we go. Okay, I'm back home now. I was actually gonna vlog in the parking lot of Walgreens where I just went, but someone was parked next to me and I was like, I gotta go home, kid. Anyway, I just picked up this from the pharmacy and I was actually looking for myself for like a colloidal oatmeal bath, you know? And this was literally the only thing I could find. They didn't even like have a bath aisle or department. I couldn't find it anywhere. I was pacing down the aisles. Probably looked like a crazy person. I'm like, where did they even, couldn't find Epsom salts. I couldn't find anything. I was like, thank God I have Epsom salts at home. But like that was going to be my touchstone for finding the various bath products. Also, Pilates was great. But when I was getting my mat out of my trunk, like I normally do, I looked around, I go, my mat's not even in here. Finlay! Because when we brought the dishwasher to our friends this past weekend, he moved a bunch of stuff around in the trunk. So I was like, oh, he must have taken it out for some reason. So then I'm like, whatever, my studio has mats. I'll be fine. I go inside. My mat is sitting in my Pilates studio. And I go, what is this doing here? I don't remember leaving this behind, obviously. Forgot it. Must have been 2 weeks ago because I couldn't go last week because of the snowstorm. So I'm like, this has just been sitting here. And my Pilates instructor was like, yeah. And the owner of the studio was there tonight too, taking the class. And she goes, it's been here for a while. I'm like, okay, you know, it hasn't been here that long. They're like, yeah, you haven't been back in weeks. Really embarrassing. And they told me that somebody had like definitely used it. They were like, yeah, somebody just like, I saw someone use it at a class. Like, I was flabbergasted. So needless to say, I did a little sanitizing of the mat afterwards, but it's just so embarrassing. Craziness. 2 L's back to back in Pilates. First, I have a hole in my ass in my leggings. Well, everybody has a hole in their ass, but I had a hole in my leggings the last time I went. This time, I leave my mat behind. What? You know, that's actually why I left the mat behind, was because I had the hole in my leggings. I sat down. I was talking to the girl who told me that. We were chatting it up, blah, blah, blah. I was putting my shoes on. I must have just forgot. Left my mat right there. Hey, y'all. I'm just chilling in the bath, y'all. I actually haven't vlogged in this bathroom at all, because I still haven't put up the bathroom renovation video. I'm not even editing it, so I'm not even lying to you guys anymore. It was really that video that inspired me to share renovations in real time rather than saving all of the footage and uploading it at a later date, because I still am uploading other videos. And then that video that I was supposed to upload at a later date just gets pushed and pushed and pushed. New Year's resolution, upload the bathroom renovation video before the 1 year mark of finishing the bathroom. Anyway, I'm fine showing you this tub. And honestly, we use this bathroom more than we use the original bathroom in this home. I barely even use that bathroom at all anymore. And I'm just chilling down here, taking it all in. I'm actually taking an oatmeal Epsom salt bath right now for my skin. I'm just getting dry and itchy from the cold weather. So I'm luxuriating. I'm watching Nurse Jackie, season 2, episode 5. Loving life. Honestly, like, is there anything better than sitting in a nice warm bath, hearing the wood stove through the door in the other room, and just cozying up in this warm water while it is a little bit chilly outside? It's gonna snow again tonight into tomorrow, and I don't know if we're gonna get a foot like we did last week, but we're gonna get something, honey. So I'm just feeling nice and cozy in here, just hanging out. I was considering watching a Christmas movie, but I just want to get caught up on my show. And by caught up, I don't even know what I mean by that because the show was released so many years ago. Finley and I are also watching Stranger Things, but he's doing some Pokemon card sorting right now. I just have to say, my husband, he was originally obsessed with Pokemon cards as a child, okay? Like 7 years old. In his baby photos, he's wearing like Pokemon shirts all the time. He just loved them. But as long as I've known him for like a decade, he's never played with any of the cards. He's just collected them in binders. And he's just played all of the Pokemon like video games and stuff. And then we had a friend that we met recently. And this friend is obsessed with collecting Pokemon cards. Like he knows so much. You have to get them graded. And there's like a rating system for how much they can sell for. And Finley's not even trying to sell them. And they call it ripping packs. I wish I was kidding. They'll open a new pack and be like, just ripping a couple of packs with the boys. I'm like, there are worse hobbies in the world, but this one it's pretty funny. And I'm just happy for him. He finally found a real life PokePal. He's been part of like a PokePals group chat for so long, but this is like a real person he can trade cards with and play like a tangible game other than a video game. I mean, come on, the male loneliness epidemic, they're curing it. I almost forgot. It'd be a little easier. Oh my god, that one flew out. Pineapple tit. Somebody stole my morning cheese stick for herself this morning, and it's just helping herself to two, really. Put my antlers on. And if you're ever wondering what we do in the mornings, I sit here and I read her about 50,000 books. I actually decided I'm gonna work on stuffing and licking a couple of lopes this morning. I've probably gotten like 75 done. Okay.
I actually found it immediately when I looked.
That's really shocking for this
And I'll tell you what, I think it's gonna be a good day. Or actually, that's looking awful long. We might be in for a terrible day today. Oh, what is it? Fun pack. Hey, I'm not complaining. Is that your first fun pack? Reverse rare.
Wow.
Crack it open. We got low Tad. Ooh, that centrit's
baby
really
in the
cute.
back.
Well, oh well. And it's PP up.
Nice.
PP up.
I can't believe they made that a card, honestly.
It's looking very peaceful and beautiful outside. And I'm just excited about the snow. The beginning of the snow is really nice. Once it gets to be like April and it's still snowing, you're like, oh, is this crap ever gonna stop falling from the sky? Our buddy was over this morning just doing some Pokemon tings with Finley before he leaves town with his bus and his lady for a little while for the snow season. So that was really nice. And I've honestly just been standing here at the kitchen island at my little workstation, just licking lopes, packing them all up. And I have completed, 139. Hey y'all, I'm in the car now and I have two things to share. I wish I had three so I could make it sort of a sandwich, but I just have two. Good news and bad, all right? And the bad news is gonna be more of a rant, but the good news I'm gonna start with. So a couple of months ago, I went to an apple pie festival near me. It was a fun fall activity. And there was a seller selling her crochet wares and she had made crocheted pumpkin hats with a little stem and a leaf on the top. And I was like, oh my God, this is incredible. I need to get this for my baby for fall. She wore it like almost every day. She was obsessed with it. It was the first hat that she like wanted to put on her head. You know, she was anti-hat before then. And anywhere I went, people would be like, what an adorable hat. I love her pumpkin hat. Where did you get it? And I was just like, I got it from this seller, like at this apple pie festival. I don't know, like craft fairs. You can probably find her around here locally. I don't know. So then so many people started asking me about it. And online when I started posting V, like just the back of her head in the hat, people would be like, where did you get this hat? So then I was like, maybe she sells on Etsy. I don't know. And then I'm like, how did I even pay for this hat? I Venmo'd her for it. I go to my Venmo. I see her name. And then I'm like, is it creepy to like look her up, see if she has a company? No. I look her up, I don't find anything. Then I'm like, should I check Facebook? And then I start feeling a little sleuthy, you know? But it's not. I was just like trying to contact her desperately. And I was like, it's weird to contact her through Venmo, but is it weirder to message her on Facebook? I don't know. But I do it one night because I was like, I need more hats from her, and I need to know if she sells them online for my friends and for you guys, right? So I messaged her on Facebook. I go, hey, sorry if this is super weird. I bought one of your pumpkin hats at the Apple Pie Festival, and I'm wondering if you sell at any other craft fairs or if you sell online. And she's like, yes, I do. And thank you so much for messaging me. Like, this is so flattering that you liked the hat enough to like follow up about it and let me know about the life it's living, right? So we chatted for a little bit. She told me about her upcoming craft fair schedules and stuff she'd be at. It's generally in the southeastern Vermont and like northern Mass area, but she wasn't like, oh yeah, I have an online shop. So I was like, oh, whatever. And then I'm thinking about Christmas. I'm thinking about the fact that she has a pumpkin hat and that she can't really like seasonally wear it anymore. It's not like, you know, she loves the pumpkin hat. I'm not really like that upset if she continues to wear the pumpkin hat, but I was like, I wonder if she would be down to make me like a winter hat for V. So then I messaged her and I'm like, would you be down to make a winter hat for my baby? And I can like Venmo you and we can like meet up somewhere locally. And she was like, yes. And I've been dying to make a couple of these ones. And she sent me like 5 patterns, like a snowman, reindeer, a gingerbread man, an elf hat, and a Santa hat or something. And I told her I would love to get the reindeer and the snowman. I can't choose, would be happy to pay you for your time, you know, even more than like what you would charge and like pick these up from you. So we arranged a time to meet in a grocery store parking lot just now. And she made these hats for Vivi. A reindeer. Are you kidding me? Little Rudolph. And then this is my other fave, the snowman. I love him. You know the story of the snowman I'm obsessed with, but in that story he has a clementine, and I was just telling the lady about that and she was like, yes, I'm an 80s kid. I remember the story of the snowman and like the silent film that goes along with it. Yes, yes. And I was like, God, you really have a talented mind. And thank you for being so chill about me weirdly messaging you. She was like, no, it was really like so cool and flattering and I'm happy to do stuff for you. You know, like if you ever want more hats, just message me. And I was like, yes, this lady's a chiller. Thank God for her, you know? So that was pretty cool. And I'm feeling pretty lucky that I have 2 winter hats. Now, should I get into my rant? Okay, I came home to tell you about the bad part of my day because let's just leave it on a high with the hats for that. And then I actually went into a whole rant in the car about something that I'm about to get into now, just a little bit less so. I felt like I didn't have my thoughts together, so I'm just gonna like scrap all that footage essentially and retell the story. And mostly because more happened after I filmed the clip in the car and I just need to update you. So basically today I had to fire somebody from volunteering at the community closet. And it was like one of the worst experiences of my life. So if you've ever had to fire someone out there, just know, today I got a little taste of that. I just want to say like the sort of thing that I had to deal with today because it really has affected my day and my heart. And I'm just so like shaken up by the whole experience. But basically, she's been volunteering since like the summer and she will basically just like man the closet. I think I was talking about this in a previous vlog, but sometimes we have people volunteer for us who are like not able to do the heavy lifting of sorting through the donations and taking giant bins down off of the shelves and like throwing stuff up there and doing more of those tasks. So they just like open the closet and close it. And that can be helpful too. And then just on like off days when we're not having our open hours, me or some of my friends will go in there and sort donations so that when we are open again, it will be like sorted and organized and clean. And that's kind of like what we've been doing with this person. But she, for the 3rd time now, has been a no call, no show to her shift. And it's like, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So the first time I was like, okay, this is like an elderly woman. She just, I think she said she got her days mixed up or something. And I was like, I'm just gonna give her another chance because like I have tons of elderly friends who are like, oh, I don't know. Was it Tuesday? Was it Wednesday? I don't remember. I can't remember a damn thing. You know, I gotta write it down. And I'm like, totally, Barb, you write it down next time, you know? Okay. And so we gave her a little slap on the wrist. We were like, just make sure you're there next time you volunteer. And she was for a little bit. But then, and this was like very recently, like just a couple of weeks ago. She was a no call, no show, to the point where we grew incredibly concerned with her safety, because I don't know this person. I don't know if she has like a caretaker who lives with her. I don't know if her spouse is around. You know, all I know is that she volunteers. She used to volunteer way back in the day as well. She sent me like a ton of things that she used to do, and I was like, yeah, rock on, sister, you can help us too. And I've just been like coordinating with her via email and text not so effectively over these past few months because she's not very technologically driven, which like what old lady is, you know? But some people, they're better than others. But it was very hard to always get in touch with her before her shifts. And I would always try to confirm with her that she was actually going to be there, especially after the like first time no call, no show over the summer. But then it happened again a couple of weeks ago. And the reason I say we were concerned with her safety is because she literally dropped off the face of the planet. Like, she wasn't answering her home phone. It was off the hook or disconnected or something. And she wasn't answering her cell phone. I was leaving her voicemails. I was leaving her text messages. Nothing, nada, zip. And I was like, okay, so when somebody doesn't show up for their volunteer shift, either I have to go and cover that and like change my whole day's plans, or I have to find somebody else to do it and like text a bunch of people and coordinate that and be like, hey, can we send somebody over there? Then somebody else has their day affected by like this last minute kerfuffle, if you will. So that's just to say your actions affect other people, right? And it really grinds my gears when people don't care about volunteer work because they're not getting paid. I don't accept that. This we need to open for our community. If you're not there, do you know the amount of people that affects? Somebody has to unlock that door. And as a coordinator of this closet who manages people's shifts, I'm going to be checking in with you. I'm going to make sure that you are okay and that if you have questions, you can reach out to me. And I'm going to be making sure that you are on time. And if you're not there, somebody will let me know, one of our many shoppers. So weeks ago, she went MIA. She was a no call, no show. Somebody filled her shift for her. But the reason we got really concerned was because we continued to hear nothing from her. And oftentimes when we have somebody volunteer for us, they'll volunteer for like a couple of slots all at once. Like they'll sign up for a bunch of days. So that's what she did. We were like, oh crap, she's also scheduled for like a few days from now. Like, is she going to come to that? And it had already been like 4 or 5 days and we hadn't heard from her on why the heck she didn't show up to her shift. So then I started growing very concerned and I'm like, this is an older woman. What if she fell? What if she doesn't have like one of those life alert things? Her phone is disconnected. I can't get in contact with her. I don't actually know her. I've never met her. I only connect with her via call or text or email, you know? And she's not giving me any of that. So I was just like spiraling about this woman and growing more and more concerned by the day, to the point where I just started leaving her voicemails, not even being like, hey, why don't you show up for your shift? Being like, hey, are you okay? You know? So she wasn't even responding to any of those. And I was talking to my husband. I was like, do you think it's weird if I call the non-emergency line? This was a friend's suggestion when I was venting to her. She was like, call the non-emergency line and see if they'll just perform a little welfare check on her. You know, she's old. They'll check in on her, make sure that like everything's fine and that she didn't like fall and need help or something else. Like, I wasn't sure if maybe she was like in the hospital or something like that. So I needed to locate her. And Finley was like, well, you have been really concerned about her for like 4 or 5 days now. And that's what these non-emergency lines are for, like performing welfare checks and other things like that. And I wasn't trying to like blow up this lady's spot. You know what I mean? Like, what if they went there and like found some, I wouldn't want to be responsible for her getting in trouble with anything. You just never know with people. So I was just like really, really considering this for many days. And then finally I was like, I need to know if she's alive or not. So then I called and they were like, oh, okay. So you're basically like a concerned coworker. And I was like, yes, concerned coworker. You could put me in that category, indeed. And she was like, okay, I'm going to send an officer over there. They're going to do a welfare check. Can I call you back at this number? And I was like, yeah. And then she never called me back. And then like a few more days went by and I was just spiraling, being like, they must have found something. You know, they're going to call me with the news. And then they never did. And so then I was like, should I just call them back? So then I did. Anyway, this story is getting very long. But basically, I called them back. They told me legally they can only tell me that they did send an officer to her house and that they deemed that she was okay. And that's pretty much all they could tell me, other than just like he was there for a while. So I don't know like what they talked about at length, but he was there for quite some time, she said. And that was all the info. And so I was like, okay, thank you. Hang up the phone. And then I'm like, I need to find out if this lady's gonna be at her shift. And then randomly she texted us being like, hey, I'm gonna be at my shift today. Like, didn't acknowledge any of my voicemails, didn't acknowledge that we couldn't get in contact with her landline, didn't acknowledge that like the police came to her house, you know, and like that was probably us. Sorry, my friend's texting me about this whole thing today. Anyway, she acknowledged none of that and was just like, I'll be there. And so then I'm like, all right, I gotta meet this lady. So I go to her shift that day just to be like, hey, I'm the girl you email with. I'm the girl that you text. Like, what is up? How are you? What happened when you were a no call, no show? Can we rely on you? Kind of a vibe. And she was basically just like, I'm injured. I can't like do heavy lifting. I'm fine to just sit here. But the issue with that is that we're such a small space that when the donations aren't sorted, like as they're coming in, or at least like pushed to the side, she wasn't even really pushing them to the side. They all just like pile onto the floor and people can't shop because it's just like a mountain of like trash bags that people are dropping off of like old kids' clothes and gear and bringing in pack and plays and other large items that were like, these need to be placed somewhere, and she wasn't placing them. So I go in and I start placing things while I'm talking to her, like I'm sorting donations and being like, at least, you know, maybe you could just push these to the side. Like, I understand your injury, but like, this is a fire hazard, you know? And she was just like chilling, kicking back with like a tall boy energy drink and a big bag of Cheetos. And she was just like, yeah, I can't do that, basically. And I was like, all right, that's fine. Like, at least you're here, I guess. But then in my head, I'm like, so somebody needs to volunteer with her. Is it actually helpful to have this one person who needs to basically be babysat at the closet to actually get work done? I don't know. So then I'm asking myself that question, and then I'm like, I'll think about this another day. But I should have at that time followed my intuition, which was, you should tell her we don't need your help anymore, because that's how I was feeling after her no call, no show and the scare of her going MIA for like a week, you know? But I was just chatting with her and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's like fine for her to come here and chill sometimes. And then me and my friend just go in on off days and sort donations and then have it all start all over again when she signs up again inevitably, you know? But I was like, seriously, girl, you gotta be here when you say you're gonna be here, because we rely on you being here. And if I can't trust you, the shoppers who come here can't trust that we're open, and then they get upset or like they're waiting outside. And I don't want people to be let down with this resource. Like, we just need to do what we say that we're doing, which is being open 2 days a week. So anyway, that happened a couple of weeks ago. And then today I see that she had signed up for another volunteer shift. So like I do, I check in and I go, hey, we have like an automated system that will check in and send you a reminder before your shift. But then I check in with her because I consider those just blacked out in her mind. Like, she probably doesn't even read the emails, you know? And hopefully it's on one of her calendars, but I don't know. So I text her being like, hey, just a reminder, we need you there 15 minutes before your shift today, so you have time to open, sort things, run the vacuum, various stuff that we tell people to do when they're opening the closet. And I sent that very early in the morning. She did not respond until literally like right before she was supposed to be at her shift. And she said, so I came by yesterday thinking it was Wednesday for whatever reason. And she just sent me like this rambling message. And I was just like, are you going to be at the closet or not? And I was so confused by her message. And then we get a Facebook message from a shopper who is there waiting outside. And it had been like almost 10 minutes and the closet was not open and there was no volunteer there. So this person was waiting in the snow, and I'm spiraling because I'm like, she's not coming. Obviously she's another no call, no show. So then me and the other volunteers are like tripping all over our feet trying to like figure out if we can call the building and have the maintenance guy open the door for this person who's like waiting outside. And I'm rushing and dressing myself and trying to get ready and trying to get my toddler ready and pack snacks if we're going to be out for an extended period of time to like go and open the closet for like these multiple hours. Just so many things rushing around the house. And I'm like messaging this person being like, hey, I'm going to be there in X amount of time. So sorry. Obviously, like, our volunteer today is a no call, no show. And she keeps getting her days mixed up. And in this tizzy, one of my other volunteers then is like, hey, I can go open the closet, like simply open the door for this person who's waiting, but I can't stay. So still I'm getting ready being like, all right, then I can stay. No worries. I'm I'm gonna go, I'm gonna be there for a little bit. And I just have panic running through me because I'm like, this person's relying on us and we're not there, you know? And I'm also incredibly upset at myself because I'm like, I should have let this person go when they fucked up twice. And then I'm like, stupid, you know? But also I have empathy for her. And I'm like, this old lady, she just wants to do something good for her community. I know that her heart is good, but she can't keep track of the time. She can't keep track of the day. She can't sort any donations. It's like, it's hurting more than it's helping. And it's definitely hurting me and my time and my community that I like have made this promise to open up on those days and coordinate the people who are gonna be there, so then I'm just spiraling. Anyway, I start driving there. My buddy is going to open the closet and she contacts me, so I pull over to the side of the road and she says, hey, volunteer is here. Granted, now it's a half hour past when we were supposed to open and I go, what? And I am just filled with rage because I'm like, the impact that this woman has, you know, like me rushing out of the house, getting my toddler, all these little trickling effects. And I had left her a message when she had said, oh, like I thought, you know, Tuesday was Wednesday or something like that, when she sent me that really vague rogue text. And I said, so you just decided to not show up today because you went yesterday? Our volunteer shifts don't work like that. We need to be open for our shoppers and community, and we'll have to let you go from our volunteer system as this is the third time that you have been a no-show for a shift. Be well. And so basically fired her via text. But I had also, as soon as the person messaged us and said, hey, I'm waiting outside, there's no volunteer here, I called her, there was no answer. And so then I left her a voicemail and I also fired her on the voicemail. And I basically was just like, hey, 3 strikes and you're out. I'm so sorry. And I hope that you're doing okay. But like, we cannot have you doing this. We need to be open when we say we're going to be open. And your actions cause a trickle down effect for us as other volunteers, because we all need to change our schedules and our jobs and our various things that we do and throw our kids in the car and pack snacks and all these various things just to get there. I didn't say all those words, but I said your actions, you know, cause a ripple effect. We simply don't have the capacity to go forward with maintaining you as a volunteer because of your actions. We just can't rely on you, babe. And she didn't respond to the voicemail or the text message and then just showed up for her shift. So then I'm like, okay, she's literally there, but she's technically fired, you know? So then I'm like, I have these plans to go and pick up these hats that I just showed you in this last clip. And that was my plan at that time, but I was going to go and check in at the closet after. So then I go to the closet to basically fire her in person. And mind you, I texted all of the other volunteers being like, is this a horrible idea? People don't generally react well to being fired. So I kind of was just like, is that okay if I do that? I'm just thinking like, we really all need to let her go and nobody else was going to do that. Like in my heart, I knew that I needed to fire her when she messed up the second time. But basically I went to the closet and she was just sitting in the chair, swimming in donations all around her. Again, total fire hazard, hadn't moved anything out of the way. And she was just sitting there with another tall boy energy drink. And I was like, hey, what is going on? And she looked at me and goes, Megan, is that you? And I was like, yes. And she was looking down at her phone and she was like, I cannot believe the message that you sent me. I just read it. And I go, what can't you believe? That I was upset that you were a no call, no. And she started like making all these excuses. Like, it hasn't been 3 times. I go, yes, it has. Like, you are not going to trick me. I know how many times it's been. I keep the schedule. Okay. And so then I'm like clearing the donations. Mind you, we have a shopper at this point who like has a bag of stuff. And I wasn't raising my voice, but I was just like, what is up? You know, like trying to get the vibes from this woman. But she came at me quick as like no, it hasn't been 3 times, you know, upset at my text that I had sent her in haste. And I do regret sending the message. I should have just kept it as a voicemail or something, because the voicemail, I think I was a little more like, but then the text I sent later as a follow-up in a state of rage because I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this has happened again. The woman who was shopping was clearly like at the door about to leave. And then as soon as she like sensed the vibe of our conversation, she was like, can I scooch by ya? And I looked at her and I was like, I'm so sorry. I hope you found what you need. Thank you. And she was like, no problem. and left. So I'm like taking a bag and sorting donations while she's just sitting in the chair, and we have like a shelf in between us. And basically I was just like talking to her through the shelf, and she was just making all these excuses like, oh, my guy who drives me here, freaking Joe, he drives so freaking slow. And I was like, I don't know who Joe is, okay? I don't know who that is. I just know that you were not here. You were a half hour late. You're supposed to be here 15 minutes before your shift. So technically you were 45 minutes late. And she was like, no, I wasn't. And I'm like, dude, we literally had somebody here open the door and you were not here. So I don't know what to tell you. She texted me at 1:30. Like, you are not going to gaslight me into believing that you were here when you were not. I'm just not gonna do that. So I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I can't rely on you. You know, you're not here when you say you're gonna be here. And she was like, what is this 3-strike system? I didn't know about this. Otherwise I would have changed what I was doing. And I go, I made the 3-strike system because of you. Okay? We didn't have to do that before because everybody else shows up for their shifts. So I don't know what to tell you other than 3 strikes and you're out. You can no longer volunteer here. Like, she wasn't listening and she was just getting super defensive. She was like really raising her voice at me. And I am not a person who does face-to-face conflict very often. You know, I live a peaceful life, honey. And so I was just like, oh my God. And basically she only really heard me once I was like getting flustered and emotional and telling her, because she kept interrupting me while I was trying to fire her. I was like, no, this is the last straw. You're not doing this again. And she was like, come on, you're being so, give me another chance. And I was like, no. This is what I'm doing. I came here to finish sorting this mountain of donations around you and let you go. So let me know what time your ride is coming here and I will come back once you are gone and I will clean up some of these donations and we can just go from there. And I had my hand on the door and she was like, no, I mean, just making all these excuses. And I literally just looked at her and I go, you know who the closet is? It's like me and a couple of other moms who are just kind of making it work, okay? And we have children, we have lives, we have other things that we're doing, and we have jobs. And when we don't have the time to be here, we hire other people to be here, you know? And we have that time slot and we rely on them. So when you don't show up for that, it trickles down to all of us. We all feel the guilt of, crap, we didn't follow through on that one thing because we were somewhere else. We can't have our hand in all of these different pots, okay? So you not being here, then one of us has to pick up the slack somehow, cancel a plan, come here. And I started crying because I was like, you're thinking that this is all about you right now and saying, oh, no, I wasn't 30 minutes late. I didn't miss out 3 times. Okay, how about the person who was waiting in the snow? How about the person who takes public transit to get here and had to change their whole day around to meet the bus schedule? How about the person that sent their grandma who was like unable to find what she needed because she can't get through this mountain of donations? Like, you know, she can't shop and she can't find what she needs. So I was just like getting emotional about all of these reasons. Like, this isn't about you, dude. I need to let you go so all of us can breathe a little bit easier, okay? And I started crying and she got out of her chair and had the nerve to try and hug me. And I go, don't try and hug me. I don't know you, okay? I'm going to leave. I'm going to keep an eye on the door to see when you're gone. And then I'm going to come back in here and I'm going to sort more donations. All right. Bye. Be well. And as soon as I shut the door, I let out a primal yell into the parking lot. I was like, and then I went in the car and was like, I need to call my mom. Anyway, that was my day today. And my energy right now is like, like vibrating. I'm just disturbed by that experience. And there was so much more to that situation than all of what I shared. Like, so many back and forth text messages, so many like strange happenings. And it's just really teaching me a lesson. I understand this woman's heart. She was trying to do a good thing. But at the end of the day, if you're not there, you're not there, honey. So I had to cut her. And it was really hard. And I can't believe that I actually stuck to my guns and did it because she tried to manipulate me many a time. Anyway, I need a cup of tea and to just like chill out in bed because I'm feeling disturbed. During my pregnancy, I was listening to a guided meditation from Davina Ho very often. And she has this one that's like positive affirmations for mental well-being. And it helped me so much from the thing I just ranted about to you. It's just a lot of like, I have so much to be grateful for this is such a minuscule thing in my life and I release it. I don't need to worry about this anymore. So thank you for listening to my rant. What's behind door 10? A wafer, perhaps? Bone apple tip. What's behind this? Number 10. Spread love and laughter. Oh, honey, it's feeling a little hard today. Red top means it's gonna be fruity. Wild blueberry lychee rose spread. I like that. Wow. Blueberry and lychee, who would have thought?
Wow, I believe it's pronounced lychee.
No, it's not. This is probably you guys every day watching me pour this. I didn't know it was a coffee palace. Coffee palace. Coffee palace. Whoa. A big old mug today. All right, the little lady requested that we just go ahead and open our jam today. Well, maybe it won't be a jam, you never know. Day 11. Oh, that is crazy. The sun is in my heart. It warms me with its power. It wakens light and life in bird and beast and flower. Let's have some pineapple rum vanilla spread. Oh, I don't know about that for you, baby, but I'll have some. When I fell off a motorcycle at the end of, I think it was the last day of 2015, and I broke my coccyx, I broke my ass. The guy who picked me up on the side of the road said, "You go back, you take a shot of rum." Cheers to him. Oh, I'm tasting the rum, honey. All right, what day is it?
Today is number 10.
No, baby, it's 11.
And I already know where it is. Get in here.
Get in my belly.
Delicious.
He looks so cute. Who else is on there? Psyduck.
Meowth. And Pichu.
Is that Pikachu's baby? Finally, after 3 days of laboring over the cards, they've all been packed and they're about to all be mailed out. Woohoo! Hey y'all, we're stuck in traffic. Such is the way. I didn't film before we had our appointment because I was running a little late, but we just left the pediatric dentist and I actually really love going there because my old dental hygienist at like my adult dentist left the adult dentist office and went to the pediatrics. So she cleaned my teeth while I was pregnant and now she cleans my baby's teeth. It was totally electric. She has 16 teeth and then next up, 4 more to go. Getting a couple of groceries. Just now, I had my hood up, so from behind you couldn't see any of my hair. And this lady from behind was like, "Hey, what are you?" And then I turned around and looked at her and she was like, "Oh," and then realized that her car was parked 3 places away, but we have the exact same car. This is a very popular vehicle around here. The EV RAV4, well, it's a hybrid, but you can get like 50 miles on the EV charge. So pretty much anywhere I drive around town, I'm driving an EV and it's pretty swanky living. I love it. Anyway, I am going now to, well, it used to be called 69A and then they moved farther down on Elliott. So I think it's like 135 now. I don't know if they're going to change the name, honestly, but it's basically just like a resource center and a hangout space for people who are unhoused. And I take a ton of stuff there from the Village Closet. I take a ton of stuff there that I get extra PR from and I'll just rehome it. And they have like a big free table. So I'm gonna go see Lisa over there, see if she wants some stuff in my trunk. And because I know they're still like settling in and unpacking. But once I let go of some of the free items in my trunk, I will have space for the dishwasher I have to unfortunately pick up from my friend's house because I gifted it to them, and then her in-laws gifted her the same exact thing for her baby shower. So yeah, I was like, that's no worries. I don't want you lifting the dishwasher box. I don't want you dealing with the return or anything. And also they didn't even allow me to get a gift receipt when I bought it because it was on like a Black Friday sale. I don't know what's up with that, but they couldn't return it even if they tried. So I'm gonna go and get it from their garage and try to return that bad boy. It's a big honker, so I gotta heave that bad boy in here. Bye, library. Nice to hang out with you for like 2 hours. Totally electric in there. Parents, feel free to weigh in the comments. Where are you taking your toddler to burn off a little steam during the winter time? Because the library is pretty much #1 for us. But I just found out recently, I told you guys about it the day that we had a play date there actually, but there is like an indoor play gym in Keene. So that's nice to have. Burning a little of the midnight oil. You know, that's not that saying. Burning off some steam or some fuel is probably the same. Anyway, we're heading home now and the sun has set. We were there for quite some time. Some of you know this about me, but when I was in high school, I was a young life kid and my small group leader wrote a book And I still follow her, you know, on social media and stuff like that. And when I saw this book, I was like, that would really come in handy for me with the closet. So it's basically like a modern guide to financing your nonprofit. And we have been in the midst of navigating all of that for like 6 months. So hope it helps. Proud of you, Karen. Anyway, I'm back home now. I unloaded all my groceries and I'm just having a little leftover lamb stew. Yeah, I've got this feeling in my body. I can't stop the feeling. Vivi told me she wants to write a letter to Santa this morning, so that's what we're gonna do. Should we start with your name? Okay. Well, we should probably acknowledge everything that he does, right? Bringing presents to everybody and stuff like that. Yeah, okay. What are we asking for this year? Something that goes vroom. Do you want to ask for anything else? You do. Would you like a dollhouse? Yeah? Okay. Would you like a bookcase to store all of your books? Yeah. Okay. Do you want to write this part? All right, let's finish our letter and sign our names. That's beautiful. It's like snow. Dear Santa, my name is Corvidia and I live in a house with a pellet stove. Can you still fit down my chimney? I hope so. Thank you for all you do. For Christmas this year, I'd love to have something that goes vroom, her request. And I'd also love to have a dollhouse. That was provoked, I will admit, as well as a bookshelf for all my books. That's a need. Thank you. Fly safe. I'm going on an airplane soon to see Mama and Papa. Maybe I'll see you in the air for a test drive. She signed it. I drew this, and I put an arrow to Mommy. She helped me write this. Merry Christmas. Okay, well, we have to send it in the mail so he gets it. So we'll address it to Santa, the North. Oh, whoops, not yet. So we have to put a stamp on it so it can go in the mail. Do you like that one? Oh, but it has to go in this corner. And then on this side, we'll put our address in case it comes back in the mail. But it probably won't. It'll find him. And then this is the fun part. We get to lick the envelope. Do you want to do it? Good job. Okay, Santa. Hope our card makes it to you. Okay, for playgroup, we are packing my yogurt and granola and a spoon, because I forgot one yesterday. Some of these little pretzel slims were on the end of the pack. And then a couple of little peppers that I had cut in hummus. And then we have cheese sticks, these dried fruit leather things, and some chomps. Today's playgroup was lovely and very, very small. It was just V and I for the first like hour and a half almost. And then one of my friends came and she was like, sorry, my baby was asleep in the car. So we were just chilling. And then we went to the closet and we did a little bit of sorting. And also I just pretty much gathered all of the textile recycling and trash that has accumulated. And then I took all the trash to the dumpster. All the textile recycling I bring to these boxes that are outside of the Blue Seal store. It used to be called Agway and then they changed the name of the store. But I would buy all the pigs' food here when they were living. And it was a pretty cool store. But now I don't really come here unless I'm bringing the textile recycling from the closet because the boxes are like in their parking lot. Anyway, I was at the closet with one of my friends, sort of showing her the ropes of things because she wants to start volunteering a little bit. So she was there with her babe and I kind of like left her to do some solo sorting because it's really quite a small space and it's not very easy to sort around two toddlers, you know? You have to like step over them and all this stuff. So I was like, I'll leave you to it. I'm just gonna take like all this extra stuff out and find homes for all of that. And then I also took all of the stuff that comes into the closet that is not for us, you know, like books that aren't children's books or clothes that aren't for pregnant people or sized preemie to teen kids. Like we just don't accept regular adult clothing. So I have like bags of high heels and adult books and yeah, other like cookbooks and things like that that I'm gonna bring to Experienced Goods, which is a thrift store in town that we love supporting because all of their income pretty much goes to support Brattleboro hospice care, which is really great. And they just have like an epic selection. It's a really great thrift store. That's where I found the dollhouse for V for Christmas. And yeah, just some really great gems in there and furniture and all these things. So I'm gonna head over there and then head back home. I forgot to do this yesterday. Okay, day 11 and day 12. Well, what a treat for me. 2 chocolates at once. Bon appetit. Bone apple titty tit. At least we didn't forget about the jam one yesterday. This one says stuff the stockings from yesterday. This one says bring others joy. I'm trying, honey. What's in day 12? They're confusing me. I thought the blue topped ones were caramel. Red currant raspberry spread. Baby spoon? Oh, I like that one.
Hello, and happy holidays. Today is December 12th, I believe, so I should have no trouble finding it because there's... Oh, found it. I couldn't even finish my sentence. And it looks as though today we have... No way. A full booster pack. This is big for me. This is huge.
Some might say there's two types of people. People who drink cacao, collagen, and colostrum, and people who drink favorite day, hot drink bomb. Finley got 2 of these. One has a special surprise, actually.
Mine are especially cute. Hey, relax.
Launching in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, baby! What are you, some kind of freaking imbecile? What did you think was gonna happen?
I don't know.
You got disgusting milk everywhere.
Shit.
Wow. Well, that was a total flop. Clean up on aisle 5.
Is it gonna come, do you think?
Finley, will you repeat what you just said to me about it surfacing?
Like an old cadaver? Why is it pulsating?
Pulsating?
Look at the milk, it's pulsating.
It's waiting to erupt.
It's like something from Stranger Things.
It's gonna explode at us again and get milk all over the floor. Where's the snowman? Everybody wants to see.
It's just a bunch of sludge down there. There he is. It's actually really cute. Is that it? It didn't look anything like the picture. What in Sam's hell?
It looks so gross. Why does it look like that?
I dropped it? There's a lot of sludge.
You're gonna need a whisk.
Looks like 1990.
Sure does. I love you, Christmas mug. Hey y'all, the rest of yesterday was pretty boring. I just edited for many hours and then, well, we ended up watching the Santa Claus and drinking hot cocoa. And that was totally worth it! And today I'm wearing my pine cone crown, my little gnome earrings, my Christmas gnomes. I have my Christmas turtleneck on, red and green. And I gotta put my snow boots on because we're gonna go to a gingerbread house making party at my friend's house. And then we're going to our annual Christmas parade that we've been going to every year. Can't wait! Hand knits by Chris. We stopped at a craft fair and I got this bread saw as a gift. Oh.
They said these are cranberry cookies. They're not.
It just doesn't get more picturesque than this. In the summertime, we swim there. Wow. How darling is this? I love when people install a little wreath. There's a lot of covered bridges in Vermont, so if you ever come here and visit, you'll have to go drive under some of the covered bridges. Well, y'all, the gingerbread houses, they totally fell apart. At least they were good to eat. Our friend made all the pieces and she just kept like apologizing profusely because the icing wasn't like gluing them. You know, if you've made gingerbread houses before. The icing has to be a certain thickness to act as glue for all of the sides of the house, but it was fun nevertheless. And I always love going out and seeing their house and their little family and everything, so that was really great. And getting all the updates on their house too, because they're renovating theirs as well, which is so nice to have fellow renovation friends, but mostly just like seeing all the updates and seeing what they've been doing since the last time we were there was a totally wicked time. We're walking downtown. Last year we got here pretty late and we just like pulled over to the side of the road and watched, but I felt like people kind of lost some steam by the end of the parade. So we're walking down into the center now. Little Philly cheesesteak. This is where the action is, people. You're dancing. Philly cheesesteak o'clock over here. Bellows Falls, pretty lit. Let's go over like where that little kid in the red pants is to the left. The feds are finally here for you, V. It's starting.
Have a great one!
It's starting! Oh, they're biking that float. Wow. The whole crew. Wow. Anybody need a little firewood? Nice. All my dreams are coming true, seeing my little reindeer up there. Yeah, big oil.
Oh yeah, big oil!
This is a quarter truck.
A truck on a truck!
Is that what their old ones used to look like? God, it's gorgeous. Miss Maple Grove's teen right there in the flesh. An American flag. She's really enjoying herself up there. That's a big one. Here comes the fire truck. Woohoo! There's a lime green fire and rescue truck coming. Do you think the Grinch rides in this one? Local food to schools, colleges, hospitals, restaurants, elder care, retail, food co-ops, and workplaces. Woohoo! Gorgeous. They're even playing the Peanuts song. People really love the honking. Ah! Hi, Grinch. Look, Rudolph. That's you. Oh, wow. What are they playing on the projector? You guys really lit it up this year. Beautiful. Department of the Interior. That's a pretty cool truck. A couple more parades, you're gonna be bringing one of these bad boys home.
That thing's a beauty.
The excavator! Oh yeah! Oh my gosh. Hi, Grinch!
That's a perfect role for him.
They're ripping out the tree. An oversized load. Hi, Dog Dog! Oh. That is epic. Woohoo! Rudolph, we love your work. Be trans. Woohoo! This kitty cat got caught in the tree. Classic cat behavior. Rolling 20s. Think they're advertising a little medical marijuana. Whoa! Woo! We love you, Septic! Tough shit. It's tough to beat the best, that's what I'm saying. Wow, they really are holding it down this year. They're like 3-4 cars deep. Here comes another dog bee. Hi, dog! Oh, we got a big honker coming. Santa! Oh my God! Look at this guy. Wow, woo-hoo-hoo! Purple. Gorgeous. Yeah. Double logger. Oh my God. That is legendary. Imagine riding that on the highway. Last couple of floats of the parade, I think. Merry Christmas! What an electric parade.
Beautiful.
Look at those. Merry Christmas, Santa and Mrs. Claus! Wow, some elves too. It's the end of the parade, some candy. Well, I accidentally shoved my head into the roof of the car when I was getting my coat on before the parade, so broke a couple of pine cones. What can you do? But the parade was seriously electric this year. Like, so fun to be in the heart of downtown again. That's what we did the first year. And then last year we were like sort of at the end of it, like right by the highway exit, when a bunch of cars just go down there and then turn around. And the energy was a total dud last year. So really glad we learned that pro tip, and we will be back. Finley can hardly wait.
Hello, today's December 14th.
It's the 13th.
So, It'll just take me a minute or two. If it was the 14th.
It's the 13th. Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
no. Oh, crud. I was all excited for nothing.
I knew it was gonna be a bad day.
Oh.
Perfect for my little pokey pal. All right, it's time. It's jam time. May your wishes come true. Apricot honey spread. Yumma. Let's try it. It's all right. Show me what you got. You know, Rush by Troye Sivan. He was talking about the sugar rush that he gets from eating a holiday truffle. I feel the rush, addicted to your touch. Oh, bone apple tip. Every other year in the advent calendar, I've done Lindor truffles, and I get the variety pack. So on the white chocolate days, Finley would get those ones. And then this year, I told you guys I was trying to go a little more local. Sorry if you hear Rue crying. She lost her ball somewhere under some furniture and nobody can locate it, so a great night ahead. Anyway, Finley had to go to Home Depot last night to return our floor sander, and there is a Target by that Home Depot, and he brought home these as a sweet treat for us, but mostly for him because he's not getting any of the sweetie treaties from my advent calendar this year. He's just getting his Pokey Pals, which is like, it's fine. Every year, I forget how freaking great they are. A little extra Bon Appetit, if you will. All right, folks, I'm gonna end the vlog off here because I feel like it's a nice little finale for the Christmas parade to sum up this vlog, and this is getting to be very long, so I'm just gonna start the next one. But I love you when I'm not on here. You can find me on Patreon, and I will see you in the next episode of Vlogmas. Stay smiling. Bye, y'all. I love VLOGMAS. Yes, that holiday. VLOGMAS. I love VLOGMAS. VIDEOS. Yes, that VLOGMAS.